Okay, so tell me a little about your weather blog, what it's called, and how you started this.
The weather blog is called the Capital Weather Gang blog at WashingtonPost.com. It started as an independent website back in 2005 called CapitalWeather.com, and we provide daily commentary on DC weather information. We provide forecasts. We offer features and interactive experiences for our users, polls, questions, comments. So we really try to engage our readers each and every day. And so we built the blog in 2005. I brought on more people to help me provide content more frequently. We start to update, several times a day. In 2007, 2008, the Washington Post noticed what we were doing, liked what we were doing, decided to bring us on as contributors, and so we basically moved CapitalWeather.com onto the Washington Post website, and that's when the Capital Weather Gang blog got started.
How many bloggers do you have on it, and do you do more than just online updates? Do you do things for the newspaper as well?
Right, we have about a dozen contributors who some contribute once or twice a month, some contribute several times a week. A lot of what we do is online. I would say about 90 to 95% of our content is in the digital format, but occasionally I work at the Washington Post full-time. I'm the Washington Post weather editor, so I do some print stories when there are major weather events. Since I started at the Post in September, I've written about 5 weather columns when we've had major weather events to cover.
I would imagine that being a blog with major weather events are when you see your traffic spike. Mm-hmm. Tell us a little bit about that. What have been some of the major weather events that you've covered, and what has the traffic been like? Where has it gone from on a normal day to, let's say, the peak of the event?
Yeah, sure. So probably our biggest weather event by far was Snowmageddon back in February 2010, where our traffic probably increased 20 or 30-fold above baseline levels. So we saw some very, very high traffic levels. In fact, Capital Weather Gang was one of the top queries on all of Google on the day before Snowmageddon hit, just because people were so interested in the snowstorm and what was happening at the time. And so whenever there's that major weather events, we have big spikes in traffic. It doesn't matter if it's a snowstorm, a thunderstorm event, a heat wave. The weather drives our traffic. Of course, we try to keep our content compelling and interesting each and every day, even when the weather is boring. We try to write about diverse topics, environmental topics, climate change, and so we try to broaden the mix as much as possible and make weather interesting for everyone, and try to really engage not only the local DC weather audience, but also write content which will be of interest to some of the Washington Post national readers, because the Washington Post does have a national brand.
And do you do that with some of your bloggers having special backgrounds?
Sure. For example, Andrew Friedman, who's one of our writers, he's a climate change specialist. He works at Climate Central. That's his full-time job, and he writes a weekly climate change commentary. And so, so we have different reporters who have and different writers who have different specialties, different beats. Some of our writers tend to focus more on local climatology. Some might focus on weather and life in DC, impacts, those sorts of things. So we try to mix it up, and we have a pretty diverse group of writers, and I'm very fortunate to have some good folks writing for me. Any
new news? Any things you can leak to us about the future of the Capital Weather Gang at this point?
I think we just want to continue to really engage our audience, and I think one of the big areas of growth for us is going to need to be on mobile devices, iPad, iPhone, Droid applications, and so we'd really like to develop a Capital Weather Gang app, which would work across multiple platforms, so we can engage our readers anywhere they are.